Hey Capricorn, let's talk about love. We are going to do the love reading the same way we've been doing it. We're going to pull an energy for singles, one for those who are dating and one for those who are in coupled relationships. We're going to pull a theme for the overall group, and then we're going to pull clarifiers for each energy in each category, and then we'll do an overall PS at the end. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Show us clearly what energies will they be navigating as we go through the coming weeks, the rest of March and early April. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly as it relates to romantic love, what will we be looking at? Okay, guys, ready? Singles. Wow, base chakra. I got this same card with Virgo just a second ago. And with those who are dating, it is financial and material changes. With those who are in committed relationships, we have balance. Okay, so we're going to pull an overall theme for everybody. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Please show us clearly what is the overall theme for this group. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is the overall theme. Okay, guys. Follow the leader. Wow. Okay, I love this. This is actually the 4. It's a 4-0, right? So 4 is, for me, it's like firm footing. It's like you're on firm footing right now. So I feel this energy is actually quite powerful for you guys, because then you get the 0. And have y'all heard of 0 point energy field? Like that's where you start for creation. That's like the full card, like you're starting from ground zero. And I love that because you add them together and you're on firm footing. So, and the follow the leader, there's this lit trail, right, all the way to the tree. But I think this actually talks about that you are the leader that people will follow. So let's see what that actually says. Every life is a teaching tool for others. So your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into the talisman of wisdom. I love that. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. I love that. So it's saying basically that you definitely have been through some stuff, Capricorn, and you're going to be able to use that as you move forward to be an example for others. So while that is the same card in the group for singles, I feel like this is a different energy as it relates to that card. So we're going to find out. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for my friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Show us clearly, please, what are the clarifying messages as it relates to Capricorn and romantic love. Why are we looking at base chakra with our singles? Why are we looking at financial and material changes as it relates to those who are dating? And what is it about balance for those in committed relationships? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, this is the Dreamer's Journal by Barbara Moore. It's a new deck and I absolutely love it. So yes, for the base chakra, those who are single, we're getting the Hanged Man. And we're getting the Page of Swords. I love that. Okay, for those who are dating, we got financial material changes. And to clarify that, we have the World. And we have the Queen of Cups. Fabulous. And for those of you who are in committed relationships, we got Balance. And to clarify that, we have 6 of Cups. And we have 5 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So let's see what Spirit's got to say with the base chakra. For me, the base chakra is about, I'm not a chakra expert, but it's best I can understand. It's like our where we understand safety and security for ourselves, what it takes to make us feel those ways, right? That's what this main energy is about. And Spirit's saying, you have taken a different perspective, or it's time to take a different perspective, to take a relook, right? It's something that I feel like you're actively doing already. Earlier with Virgo, and if you're dealing with a Virgo, or if you have Virgo in your chart, that was like, it was like they were there trying to figure it out, right? Trying to figure out why. Anyway, it's not relevant. It might be relevant. If it's relevant to you, go back and look. But for you, it's about you're looking at things differently than you used to, right? You're looking at, perhaps you're already at that place where, I don't need to be in a relationship to be whole. Or maybe you're at that place where you're like, I have some work to do before I get back out there. You also have the Page of Swords, which tells me that, I feel like it's almost like your advice card. Spirit saying, be curious about your truth as you take this break and look at things from a different perspective. Be curious about your truth, and be willing to cut out those beliefs or those thoughts that no longer serve you. I love that. Again, it's a little bit of a more, I've got this. That's the energy I'm feeling right here. I've got this. I'm gonna do this. For those who are dating, we have financial and material changes. Okay, so whenever I ask Spirit about love, I know that they're going to talk to me about love, right? So I feel like you're getting back into the dating game. Perhaps you haven't been there very long, because it's saying changes, but it's about what's happening in your material world, out here in your 3D world, and you're feeling like, wow, this is way different than it was last time. There's a lot of differences. Part of those differences are the way we date, but the other parts are the way you show up in these instances. In other words, it's like I can see you, girl or guy, it doesn't matter. It's like I can see you. You're not wasting time playing games or anything like that. You're getting out there. You're showing up as who you are, in your truth, in your wisdom from what you've learned already, and you're being very nice. If somebody is not your person, you're saying very nicely, you're not my person, or this isn't the right time for me, or I'm not feeling it, or whatever. But you're being very nice about it. You're not being ugly to anybody, saying, dude, go away. You know what you want, and you're out there scoping it out and dating a little bit, but it's like you're not feeling like you have to find anybody necessarily. And then you have the Queen of Cups, and I feel like Spirit is saying that's because you do understand who you are, and you have gotten to this place where you love yourself unconditionally, and to keep going and refilling your cup, because this is showing up as basically as your advice card, and it's basically saying refill that cup, continue to refill your nurture yourself in this process, so that you can continue to have this feeling of I'm on top of the world. I got this, and I'm not even necessarily looking. I'll go out with somebody if they ask me, but I'm not out there trying to find anybody necessarily. And for some of you, you are, but again, you're showing up in a whole different way. And I think sometimes you sit back and you're even kind of amazed at yourself because you're not feeling intimidated by anybody, and in the same respect, you're not feeling you're not intimidating anybody. You're not feeling needy at all. Like there's such a mature, I've got this kind of energy as you're approaching this dating thing. I love it. So balance. For those who are in committed relationships, we're coming up with balance. And I feel like it's, you have been in a very long relationship with somebody, maybe a childhood sweetheart, or you've recently gotten back into a relationship with somebody from your past. You've reignited something, or something's been reignited. So, and I feel like that the reason it's calling for balance is your advice card is the Five of Cups. So you're coming into this relationship, or you're in this relationship, and there's some things that they're asking you to let go of, because this is soulmate energy from long ago. And it could be somebody that you've been married to for 30 years, but it could be somebody that you've just reconnected with after a very, very long time. And Spirit's asking you, or advising possibly that there's some old stuff that it's time to let go of, so that the balance that you're seeking can come into fruition. And again, because you've got this card right here, I feel like they're saying, this card goes with it, I feel like what they're saying is, you already know this, Capricorn, right? You already know this. And as soon as you allow yourself to release this, because you've done it in other areas of your life, you've done it in other areas of your life, and they're saying it works the same way within our relationships. Whenever we let go of things that no longer serve us, we let go of old hurts or things that didn't work out, or that kind of stuff. It crystallizes, right? The memory, the understanding of how it works crystallizes in your life. Sometimes we can be so good about I can handle manifesting or letting go of hurts when it comes to work, when it comes to outside relationships, when it comes to everything except my person. I can't let go of that. I can't let go of that because they shouldn't have done this, right? But Spirit's saying it works the same way. Whenever we release it, whatever it was that's no longer serving us, then the balance comes back into our relationship, letting them off the hook. Now I'm going to say this. If they're hitting you, beating you, multiple cheater kind of thing, you're not there to be a doormat for anybody, but that's not the group that this reading is talking to. But I do feel it necessary to say that. But I feel like there's some old hurt from a very long time ago that needs to be released so that you can have this balance back in this relationship. I'm not talking about active domestic violence or active cheating and stuff like that. This is an old something. Okay, so now we're going to do the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so very much for my friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Thank you for this energy I feel within this group. I feel like they are, they got it going on. Things may not be, in some cases, like the committed couples, where they want it to be, but they know what to do and they're willing to do the work. So I thank you for this energy, for these messages. Show us clearly, what is the PS as it relates to this message? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us the PS, please. Okay, guys. Yeah. And this card spoke about it too, guys. You've learned a lot. You've learned so much when it comes to relationships, and especially these type of relationships, right? And you've paid attention to things, and you've paid attention to the way the things, that the spiritual nature of things is applies in all aspects of our life, right? So this is definitely you not only being the student but being the teacher, right? I mean, it's almost like the same card. Wow. And there's another 8, leaving behind those things that no longer serve you. And that's actually, it's like that's what has been going on in the single groups. That's what you're doing. You're looking at it a new way. You're getting a different perspective, and you're being more curious about what's your truth, because these old truths don't help you. They don't serve you. They don't move you in a positive direction. Same thing here. You've already left the stuff behind that no longer serves you, because you're at that 0 point energy. I wish I knew the exact word for it. And then your only advice is to keep on filling yourself up, right? To keep on doing that work. And then these right here, you've understood the spiritual aspect, how the spiritual laws work in other areas, but it's like you're holding on to something, and it's true. Whenever somebody that we love, somebody that we're in a committed relationship with, it's harder to let them off the hook, because we just expect more from them. But they deserve the same grace that we would give anybody else. So it's to let go of those things that no longer serve us, holding on to that. Look, and then you have the Knight of Swords, and it's like, move forward in your truth, move forward in a valiant, or what's that word? Just move forward, okay, in your truth, and continue to slice out the things that don't serve you. You've learned this. In other areas of your life, and you're even seeing how it works within a relationship. Again, a spiritual law is a spiritual law, and it applies in all aspects of our lives. So there you go. Move forward in your truth, and we can't live in our truth when we're hanging on to old stuff. Okay, Capricorn, thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, ringing my bell, all that stuff. You guys rock my world. If you're a passerby, thank you too. Every minute you spend here is a blessing to this community. So thank you so much. Y'all go out and have a super duper day. I love you.